So I wouldn't say I have a gift. I just say like I've tapped into the same gift that everyone has when it comes to their dreams. But for me, I can remember my dreams. I can like talk to people in my dreams. I can talk to people that have passed. Um, I found out last night. So, if you don't know, my mom passed last year, last May. It was right around Mother's Day, which was my birthday was the next day. So that was a trip. But me and her, when I was in my quote unquote dream, I think I'm starting to think dreams are realer than what we going through right now. Um, so me and her were at this football game, watching these kids play football. And I'm like, we started talking before she tells me who's playing. And I'm like, Mom, me and you have never watched a football game like while you were, on Earth. And she said, I was too busy working. She said, it took me to like even have cancer to like have time to even talk to you on the phone. She's like, at that time when I was not able to work, now we could talk. I was like, ain't that a trip? Ain't it funny? She was like, yeah, ain't it funny that people we working for stuff that don't matter? She said, we spend all our time buying stuff that don't matter when we should be spending time on the things that matter. But that's besides the point, right? That came from her mouth. Um, and I was like, well, who's playing? Like, who are we watching? She said, that's your nephew. And I'm like, well, he's still alive. She said, I know. She said, we're in the future right now. She said, there's no time when you pass over. You get to see what the future could be. You could go back to the past. Like they're unstoppable. They can time don't mean nothing to them. And I said, well, she said, you're not gonna. She said, you're not going back to California. She said, you could watch your nephew, but you got nothing to do with California. So right now, you get to watch your nephew play football. I was like, this is amazing. I noticed that things happen. Like, I can talk to her when I'm sober. And I asked her that. She said, because I'm in a higher realm. She said, this is like what people would call heaven. She said, Jesus ain't here because I didn't believe in him. She said, I ain't with Jesus, but I'm in a very nice place. She said, when you're drinking, you're with demons, so you can't talk to me because those are at a low level. Like if you're at a low level, you can't communicate with me. I can't talk to them. Like she said, there's no demons here. She said, so if you're consuming alcohol, you're hanging out at a low level. I can't communicate with people down there. And I was like, wow, this is some real shit. There is life after death.